Okay, Chloe, we're going to do a final discussion for your CAS.
Okay.
And I want you to go ahead and start just by giving me an overview of creativity, action, and service, and highlight a couple of the things that you chose and how you think that helped you develop those learner traits that we're interested in and develop some strengths in areas that you weren't necessarily strong in to begin with.
Okay, well, CAS, as we know, is creativity, action, and service, like you said. And those are three components that kind of relate to each other, but then as you get into CAS, I sort of realized that they're different from one another, and they seem to challenge different aspects of your life that maybe you're not so good at. So for me, I really excel in creativity because I did photography, and I can draw, and I can do all this interesting stuff, like make videos, but it was really hard for me to fulfill the action aspect. So I, had to be creative again and come up with an exercise program that would fulfill that action requirement. And I ended up doing really fun things like belly dancing and yoga and hip-hop, and really it's taught me to expand my boundaries and look outside what I think, maybe exercise or action could be, or anything in general, service, creativity. I've really, after this, I can look beyond what I know and find something that's maybe new or a challenge to me and still manage to do it pretty well.
Do you see yourself integrating creativity and action and service into just your everyday life when it's no longer a requirement? How do you see that extending on into your adulthood and your future?
Well, definitely the principles of CAS, like, testing yourself and pushing your comfort zone, that I can see myself doing because I can see from this that it's worked pretty well for me. So, and the lessons that I've learned here, I can take with me to college, I can apply in the real world. I'm more outgoing now, so I feel like I can do more with that.
Is there anything that you would tell a student who is trying to decide between doing the full diploma and just challenging themselves with some classes because they seem to be overwhelmed with these core components, CAS being one of them? Can you tell them, CAS specifically, what they learn and why it's worth that extra time and commitment?
I mean, the classes are one thing, but if you don't participate in CAS, I think you're just losing this huge component of what is IB, because you're getting this really cool opportunity to better yourself in other aspects of your life besides your education. Like, my dad used to say that it's so important to exercise your mind, but it's also so important to exercise other things of your life. So your service, your action, your creativity, these are things that you can't ignore, and with CAS, it really helps you to develop those skills that you probably will need later in your life.
Thank you, Chloe.
You're welcome.